Happy Thursday. My place looks different because all of the work is finished, ceiling tiles, flooring, painting, and now it's beginning to be set up. So hopefully we'll move back in soon. So not only is my spot different, but I'm getting a different view. It's Wild Kingdom out there for all you old heads who know what Wild Kingdom is. I see the cicadas moving in. Mom and dad and the 4 kids of the geese are cleaning up the yard out there right now. Just having my time here. The question will be buried a little bit further in the video this morning. Let me set it up. I was driving in this morning, and in my commute, I noticed 3 trucks that were sitting at an intersection that's always a really jammed up intersection as I was coming in. And I had seen those trucks before. I looked them up, and they are a Kinetics logistics technology company. They were the ones that I saw scoping out 27 before they paved it from the county line to the bend. They also did Hogansville Road too. And so my guess is somewhere around Davis and Youngs Mill, heads up for the people who commute that way. There's about to be some work done in the future. And I appreciate that. LaGrange has issues. They have some very tragic, serious historical issues. I feel like there are leaders in the community that are trying to help overcome, especially embedded systemic racism that we see in LaGrange. But when you're trying to see some of the things that they did well, it looks like the anticipation of growth is something that LaGrange kind of was ahead of the curve on. Putting overpasses or underpasses on most, not all, of the railroad crossings was huge. It keeps traffic flowing. Putting a spur around the city was huge. The 2 big industrial areas that have drawn in a lot of big business. There just seems to be a pretty cool understanding of anticipating growth. And you don't find that all the time. I've lived in cities before where they start to grow and then the people freak out because they realize that they were kind of asleep at the wheel and things grew and they didn't anticipate, they didn't prepare themselves ahead of time for what was going to happen, and they should have known was going to happen. So this was the wake-up call. In Man Cave a few months ago, we were going around the table. One of the leaders, who's a leader in other areas, as we were sharing, said, something's happening here at New Community Church. There's an energy here. People are coming. We're seeing new faces. Women's ministry is packed out, both the Wednesday night, Thursday morning. The singles ministry is starting. After party was jammed. We had more people than we've ever had before this past Sunday. And this person said this, there is a lot happening here. I hope we're ready for it. And it kind of caught us all off guard because we knew things were happening here, but we hadn't thought about, like, are we doing the things intentionally to get us ready for what seems to be happening here? And so that's our theme for this Sunday. We're in the series, Who Am I? Which is this kind of look at, like, at all the turmoil and chaos in the world. Is there something inside of me that's an anchor that I can hold on to that gives me some consistency and security in the midst of all that? Last week, we talked about how joy is planted inside of us, and when we understand what God's doing, it awakens that joy. And this Sunday, we're talking about growth. And the question is, we'll do the collective we, are we doing the things that we need to do to help us to become the person that God has designed us ahead of time to be? There's nothing sadder than a 40 or 50 or 60 or 70-year-old that doesn't reflect their age in their maturity. And all of us know people who go like, ooh, man, they just don't seem to have it together. And it's sad because they aged chronologically. They're older in years, but they haven't done the things that they needed to do to grow on the inside. And so that's what our theme is about this Sunday is we were made for growth, not to grow. Of course we're going to grow, but we were made for growth. There was something that was supposed to happen inside of us, and we've got to be intentional about putting things in place in order for that to happen. So, Sunday, we're hopefully going to help you determine what some of those things are to help you grow. There's a lot going on here. I mentioned the singles event on the 18th. Make sure you sign up for that. Women's Bible study is still going on Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Man Cave will meet in a couple weeks, and we finally get to have Bible study. We won't be working back here anymore. And there's a lot of other stuff going on, so just check it all out. I'm going to stay here for a few more minutes, watch all of creation just move around in front of me, and we hope to see you Sunday as we talk about the work of growth. We'll see you then. Take care.